Hello, Intactivist, and today I have a very special guest with me today. Her name is Megan Ramey. She is the first woman being interviewed on Prevail Over the System's YouTube channel, so she is making history here, folks, today. Anyways, Megan, how are you today?
I'm good. I just got the babies. I have two babies sleep. They're 2 and 1. So yeah, had to get them to sleep to be able to do this interview with Potts, which I'm super excited. And
Heck,
I'm just excited to be here. And thank you for also just having me on here.
yeah, absolutely. We're super stoked to have you here. So, for those who don't know, who is Megan Ramey?
I'm an intactivist. I guess I've been in the movement for about when I first found out about this was about 10 years ago. So I started following the bloodstained men, and then I kind of went from that to following more intactivist organizations, just trying to, learn about all of it, how it is whenever you're like a new intactivist, you just like can't stop and you just want to like learn everything you can about it.
Okay, so do you have what have you done for Intactivism?
I've been like a social sharer, so like sharing on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I've protested with the Bloodstained Men in May. They have a protest coming up in October that I'm dying to do, so I have to figure out if I can get my kids watched. But I guess I'm kind of newer, like I'm a new intactivist in a way, but just trying to do what I can. I'm a busy mom, but I'm trying to do what I can to share the information that everybody has, basically.
Okay, that is awesome. When you protested with the Bloodstained Men, did you get like a uniform? The all white with the red or
Yeah, so before I left, I painted some white shorts and pants with the red stain and then just got a bunch of white clothes and yeah, that's the uniform.
Okay, awesome. So, what got you into intactivism or genital autonomy, fighting for the rights of children and mankind? Like, what got you into that?
My first nephew was born, and so I tried to save him and I was not successful. So that's kind of what got me into it.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about the unsuccess, but I'm glad you never gave up. So, for a lot of viewers here, protesting seems really scary. So, how scared were you versus reality, if that makes sense?
Right. Um I mean, I was nervous like anybody would be cuz you're basically kind of putting yourself as a target, but I used to be a sign spinner like in my young 20s. So standing out on the street wasn't like something I never did before, so I was a little bit more, you know, comfortable with it. And then this gets me so fired up sometimes. So it wasn't hard for me to basically stand my ground out there because, you know, how it is. Like you're like, no, I'm right. No, like, and then you just kind of say whatever your heart feels like you should say in that moment. I took it very seriously, just trying to really read the crowd of the cars driving by and just like, just try to say the right thing at the right time.
Okay, so would you say protesting in real life is better, or do you think social media is better if you had to pick?
I would, I mean, I think they're both like, I know you want me to pick, but they're both necessary because the social media, you're saying things to where no everybody can see it on social media, but and when you're protesting in real life, you're only showing that the people that are in that certain location. So they both need to happen. But I think it's my favorite to be out there actually doing it after I've done it. Now I feel like that would be my choice is to do that. That's why I want to go in October. I don't know how, because like last time I went, my grandparents stayed at my house. They're like 80 years old and they watched the kids for the whole 2 weeks I was gone. So they're just a little older and getting to the point where I don't know if, they can handle that.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense. But it is more fun to hang out with the bloodstained men and them than
oh yeah, like
okay.
it's so fun. Like it's a whole different animal, you know?
Okay, awesome. So, how long have you been doing TikTok and social media for?
It's been about 2.5 years. I started my TikTok in December, so I think this December will be a year of me talking about all kinds of different things on TikTok regarding circumcision. All my videos are basically have to do with circumcision and just trying to change the culture of you get a lot of people that want to comment, and say all kinds of things, and any negative comments, I don't feel like it's fair to the men that aren't happy that do follow my page that they have to see that. So I just end up blocking them. I just keep everything like intactivist friendly, like so people that are cut and aren't happy about it, they don't have to see these dumb comments on my TikTok, basically. But there's a
Is
lot of
oh,
room for growth on my TikTok as well. Like Brother K, he goes live on TikTok all the time, and I don't really do that. I haven't gotten that comfortable with like how that all basically works. I just make short videos, sweet, like short, sweet videos, so people just get the message and move on, basically.
okay. I will definitely be linking your TikTok down in the description so people can see it. But you're only on TikTok though. You're not on YouTube or anything like that.
No, I'm just on TikTok. That's the platform that I've been able to get a lot of views on. But I do have another friend that does the TikTok shorts, and which I'll tell him about you because I think you would like to interview him as well.
All right, sounds awesome. Can't wait to go and talk to this guy. Why did you choose to be on TikTok and not another platform?
Well, it all started when I got banned on Facebook for 30 days. And all of us intactivists that are real intactivists, they've been banned from some sort of way. So, yeah, then I started my intactivism videos on TikTok.
Okay, that makes sense. So, what is your favorite intactivist group and why, if you had to pick?
Oh gosh, I would have to pick the Bloodstained Men because I was close with them, and so I mean I don't want to just pick one, but I mean they're all great. You got Next Level Intactivism, you got the Bloodstained Men, Intact America, Your Whole Baby. Oh gosh, and what am I forgetting? I don't know. They're all necessary.
That's
Um,
really crazy because Megan last night was telling me all about Gowdaff and
and Galdaf.
she was like an encyclopedia telling me things that I had no idea about Gowdaff and Bloodstained Men and all of that and Intact America. Did you want to tell people that you told me about Gowdaff? Because I didn't know this.
So Galdaf, if you go on ways to donate on their website, they are trying to raise money to go to Turkey. So that's happening, I think this coming month, October is when they need to raise this money. So they have a whole GoFundMe, and we can put that link to Galdef underneath. But yeah, it's really important that they make it to Turkey to show the studies of the 10,000 restorers in 60 different countries and just be at I don't know exactly what they call it. I had to look it up. But yeah, it's the World Health Sexual Organization. I know I don't say that right, but it's imperative that they go to Turkey.
All right, that is awesome. Seems like Galdap is doing a whole lot of things. It seems like they're in America trying to get at least one state to ban male circumcision, and now they're off
Oh, I
to.
hope it's Texas, but Texas is like slow on everything.
It's definitely not Texas. I don't think
Yeah,
it is because I saw the list of who they are aiming for. I know one is Rhode Island.
oh, Rhode Island. Oh, I know somebody there that's in the LGBT community that might be able to help with that. Yeah, and I
Okay.
think Galdef is also showing a film called Cured. So it's about the movement in the LGBT community and how they've progressed over the past, however, like 5, 10 years. I mean, things have changed, and if they can do it in there, we can do it with ending circumcision. So that's another thing that's popping off with Galdef.
Okay, awesome. So, what does GAUDAF stand for those who don't know?
Genital Autonomy Legal Defense Education Fund.
All right, awesome. And also, you were talking about Intact America and what they are up to.
They have 2 books that are coming out on October 3rd. Please Don't Cut the Baby, a nurse's memoir by Marilyn Milos with Judy Kirkwood, and also This Penis Business, a memoir from Georgianne Chaplin. So these are the books. I got this when I did the Skin in the Game campaign. So they are doing a campaign that's called Skin in the Game campaign, where people are opening up about circumcision and sharing the story that we all have stories, basically. So yeah, and then they take your picture, which is like a black and white pictures with circumcision tools, and you share your story. And then I got this from them, so I know this is really exciting that these books are coming out. I can't wait to get them.
So, did you
And
go
there's
to
all
the
oh wait, go ahead.
did you go to the Intact Symposium?
No.
So, Megan, do you have any advice for intactivism and intactivists or genital autonomy activists?
Just don't give up. We can all work together to end this. We can all do our part, and even once it's ended, there's still work to be done to help men, recover emotionally and physically from this.
All right. So, as an intactivist, what's your biggest obstacle being an intactivist?
I mean, the biggest obstacle is when you're sharing information and you're not a doctor or a nurse. They just look at you like you're just trying to lie to them or something. They just you're they don't trust that the information that you have is legit, because they trust the doctors, they trust the medical systems and the associations keeping it alive. They just don't. I'm just an intactivist, a mom, you know what I mean? And so the biggest obstacle is that they look at me, even though I'm trying to share the information, they don't really receive it because they don't trust us, basically.
Okay. So, in your 2.5 year intactivist career, how successful would you say you are to changing minds, even though you're not a doctor?
To be honest, I'm not successful that much. It's a very kind of a depressing thing. Like, when I am successful, like I teach yoga as well. So this lady was I just made a friend that lives in the town next to mine, and she was already like 8 months pregnant, and even she and her husband were on the fence, and I shared the information, and she kept her son intact. And that is kind of rare, because usually I'm not successful, and like I'll try and try, but people are going to do and trust who they want to trust. Like, they just act like you're like the scum of the earth or something when you're just trying to help protect their kid.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your honesty. That is definitely something that I feel like a lot of people think that, oh yeah, I'm gonna be an activist. This is gonna be easy. But
Oh
hearing
no.
your
It's not
story,
easy. You wake up every day and you try to do what you can to change minds, but people only hear what they want to hear. Until it's actually illegal, then maybe they'll start to do their own research and listen. But yeah, it can be very disheartening, I would say.
okay. So does your family member support your endeavors of being an activist?
Well, like I said, my grandparents watched my children while I went and protested in May in Kansas and Nebraska. So they support me in that way. But did they try to get me to circumcise my son? Yeah. And they don't really ever talk about it. They just refuse to talk about it with me. They don't engage in anything I do on social media. I mean, most of my friends and family don't. The only people are intactivists. So they support me, but it's not like they agree with me. They don't want to admit that what they've done to every male in my family was their fault or anything like that, or take any responsibility for it. My son is the first one that's intact, and I don't even know how long. I mean, I know my granny's dad was intact, but then he got circumcised later in life, and my grandpa got circumcised later in life, and then my brother, got circumcised as a baby, and my dad was circumcised as a baby. Just, yeah, they agree, but they're not like gonna do any intactivism or act like I'm right or anything.
I'm so confused. So they agree, but they don't.
They don't want to talk about it, basically. They just want to ignore it, kind of like just move on from it. They don't want to agree with me about it. They just, I don't know, they just want to close their eyes to it, basically.
Okay. Does your husband support your intactivist
Yes, he
endeavors?
does. And he agrees with me, and he's also thankful that he met me and had a son with me because he knows that he protected his son, and he is appreciative to what I do, and he's very encouraging with what I do even on TikTok, and he just as always has my back and I have his back with it. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah. So does your husband ever like go out and make a couple comments on the TikToks being like, yo, man, like circumcision's bad?
Yeah, he's a very busy salesman, so he's just, I mean, he's as busy as I am with the two kids and trying to be an activist on TikTok. Like, so he doesn't do a lot of commenting or anything like that. He just kind of supports me. Like, every time I'm like venting to him about what's going on, he listens. And I mean, that's all I could really ask for, basically.
Okay, but we shouldn't expect you and your husband to be out there with the bloodstained men come October, right?
I wish he would protest with the bloodstained men, and I'm pretty sure I could get him to do it one day.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't see him out there this October. I can bet. I can bet that.
All right.
He's just. I mean, I don't think he's as big of an intactivist as I am. As like, oh, we'll go protest on the street. But he supports me, and as far as like he knows that intactivism is correct, and he allows me to, you know, make the videos, even talk with cut men that aren't happy and share their stories to where I can share their stories on TikTok. And so it means a lot to me that he at least allows me to do that, in a
Okay, yeah.
relationship with somebody that, talks about something that's taboo to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any like banners or signs out on your back porch or backyard?
I have a free the penis sign in my garage that's pretty huge, but there's nothing like out on the front of my house that says like, that. It's just I don't really like share like that, but mostly just the social media and then whenever I did protest, but yeah. I if
Okay.
I put the sign out front, that would be pretty hilarious because we have like a neighborhood Facebook group in my neighborhood, and I we own a pillow company, Cuddlepedic, so I was like telling people in my neighborhood like, "Hey, if you want to get a pillow, like let us know." And one of the people in my neighborhood, this guy that has a couple boys, kind of like searches my Facebook and finds out I'm like an activist, and then he comments on the whole neighborhood page like, um, what's your deal with circumcision? And basically outs me to the whole neighborhood that I'm an intactivist. And I said, yeah, hello everybody, I'm an intactivist and I think all children deserve equal protection against genital mutilation. So he kind of made me come out in my own like neighborhood about being an intactivist because he
Doxed you?
searched up, yeah, he stalked me, and then just because I had posted about my pillow company on the but because it's a new neighborhood, so anybody might need a pillow, and we have like pillows in our garage. So I was just trying to, you know, put it out there, and then he just outed me as an intactivist, which isn't a bad thing, but it feels like a bad thing sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so no bumper stickers on your car though, right? You wouldn't do that. That'd be too
Oh,
much.
oh, I definitely have the bumper stickers on the trucks. From
Okay,
Impact
awesome.
America, the Bloodstained Men, I have stickers on the back of the truck. So yeah, people get behind the truck and they see the stickers. I've never had anybody like flag me down or yell out their car or anything like that. But they are definitely seeing it. My husband will be like, "Hey, that guy is looking at the sticker right now," and you can tell their minds just thinking, just like, "This is really happening."
Yeah, that's awesome though. That's a great way to get the word out. I made a video about that. That's why I was asking about that. So it kind of seems like you're pretty devoted to intactivism. That's awesome. So,
Yeah, I have
uh,
men that like they're like, "Oh, okay," because I made a video like, "I'll stop when it's illegal or whatever," but they're like, "Please don't stop even when it's not illegal," like because they've never really had like support in that way. Like they've always had to hush hush about it, and they don't have anybody to talk to about it. They just sometimes don't even want to talk about it with their own family or partners, and so when they find my page, they just feel like, okay, the truth. They see the truth in it, and they feel like, please don't stop making videos, and like even if it becomes illegal, like and just disappear. So yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. While there's air in my lungs, I'll be trying to do what I can.
okay, that is awesome. So we are actually running out of time. Do you have
Oh.
anything that you'd like to leave us off with?
Um, just stay on top of it. Stay on top of the Bloodstained Men in October and the books that are coming out. And it's Please Don't Cut the Baby and the Penis Business. yeah, just we just need to keep working together every day to try to end this.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Megan. It has been awesome being here with you and talking to you. Yeah.
Thanks for having me on Pots, and I hope the best for your channel and Amazon and getting all that extra money for all of the intactivist organizations.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. And I hope your pillow business goes well. If you
Thanks.
guys need a pillow, do you ship across states?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you
Yes.
guys need pillows, this poor Megan cannot sell pillows because she's an intactivist. So go and make up for lost revenue by going and buying a pillow from her.
Let me know. They're Flower of Life cooling pillows with shredded memory foam, and you can adjust them. So you can wash it, you can wash the cover, and you can adjust it. So it's a nice pillow to have. So these are the Flower Life pillows. You can take this cover off and wash it, but they're really cool to the touch. And it has an L-shaped zipper, so all the pillows are easily uh, adjustable, and they're just nice and comfy.
Awesome. Do you have a website for those pillows or are they just on Amazon?
You can just message me directly. We have a website, but we're at a point where we're like less than 100 of each size, so we don't have them on the website or anything like that. You just have to get with us directly, basically, if you want one.
All right, awesome. So message you on Facebook.
Yeah, anything, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
All right, so we're gonna put all those links down below, most likely.